Pere. Gotcha.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. Today we're going to be getting into episodes 827 and 828 of One Piece. The One Piece. What's been going on recently, y'all? How are y'all doing? I got the Oosh boy here with me. Say hello, Mr. Oosh. Can you give him a meow? He's a little shy. Honestly, he's actually a very vocal cat, but it just depends. Usually it's when he's not getting attention, so when he is getting attention, he's nice and calm. Don't get him. But yeah, it's been a good week. I've had off all of this work week. It's Friday though now, so I'm already like, no, it's approaching. Man, that's the worst. And then my girlfriend and I, Bethany, we went to a little Airbnb cabin trip. It was like a kind of like a wellness retreat. Really cool. I had like a wood fire, hot tub, cold plunge, sauna, like a wood fire pizza oven / just a wood fire pit. Really fun, really cool, but there was tons of freaking bugs, and we got assaulted in the night. Like there must have been some kind of structural issue with the little Airbnb itself, like the building, because there was just so many bugs there. Like one flew into my girlfriend's ear, and she was freaking out. She's like, "I'm sleeping in the car." So even though it was a nice spot, something with the building, or maybe it's just being in the forest, I don't know, man. But it was a fun time still. Good little road trip and whatnot. Let's go and recap the character range from last time. Oh man, last episode, so good, dude. It's been a few days since I watched it, but man, that scene with Sanji got me good. We gave MVP to Luffy, and just his ability to see his friends for who they really are, and just helping. He might come off as stubborn, but it really is exactly what every single one of his friends needs. It reminded me so much of like when Robin kept saying when she wanted to die, and Sanji just keeps saying that he wants them to leave him there, and basically saying that he's gonna die, kind of thing. For the best moment, we gave that to Sanji when he said he actually wanted to go back to the sun. I love that part. So beautiful. Sanji's the voice actor killed it in that scene too. Just good stuff. For the funniest moment, we gave that to Jinbei when he keeps on counting the Brûlé and the choo-choo guy, the train guy, in on their team. And like they've already pulled them over. Their reactions were so funny, especially Brûlé's. And for the Sacco, we gave that to Bege for just being a sadistic fuck, man. Although it is making me excited to see more of his character. He seems a bit cutthroat, so we'll see, dude. But yeah, I think with that being said, we can go ahead and get into these episodes. If y'all do enjoy these, do me a favor, drop a like, comment, all that good stuff. If you want early access or uncut reactions, check out the Patreon. We're usually about a month ahead there. Would love to have you on that platform. A lot of fun. I love interacting with y'all on Patreon. Shout out to the patrons. Y'all are the best. Yeah, let's go and get in this, y'all. I can't let go of him. He's so cute. He's like a little baby right now. Look at the little baby. Should have given this piece of glass MVP, bro. So clutch. Team up with Capone. I want to see that frame again of all them in their Gain outfits or Gain style art. He actually can. He's the captain. Why does everyone have castles these days, bro? Germa, Bege. Vito, that's his name. That's what I was thinking of this whole time. Is he actually with the Bege gang, I guess? For some reason, I kind of thought he was with Big Mama. Those rings are interesting. We can kill him. Simple as that. Damn. The guy with the Gatling gun behind him. Got another song coming. Head chef. So epic. Bro, they're spilling it all over the place. As messy as me when I bake. Maybe I need to bake something tonight, dude. I'm going grocery shopping after this. Should I pick up some treats? Some tasty treats? I haven't really ever made cake before, though. That's kind of sad as like someone who likes to bake. I need to learn how to bake a cake. Oh, it's good to see them right by each other's side now. It's a pretty cool Jolly Rancher. The fucking cigar and the cannons. You Bege. Oh, that's so cute. What happened to his hat, dude? They're getting treated like royalty here. Interesting. I mean, especially look at Luffy. He needs a fucking bath. That's it, a nap. Maybe a nap's what's on my mind, bro. Man, Thriller Bark. Aww. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Why they look almost identical. Well, basically identical. Yeah, I want to know what she's up to, man. I remember there being like a really big twist at the end of Thriller Bark. Like there's like something that came that was gonna like something huge. The stubble, dude. The vials.
このあらゆる種族の住むトットランドにも巨人族だけはいない。ローラを見かけて一目惚れしたという求婚者が現れたんだけどそれがなんと巨人国エルバフの王子。ロキ。王子？すごい。
We know Loki, that name. It's definitely a well-known figure in fantasy mythology.
さらには世界一の強国と名高いエルバフの軍隊さえも我が物にできると。
Yeah, it would have been a really big alliance.
それからはひどいものよ。
I wonder if Loki is the king now.
私を差し出してみるもローラじゃないと見抜かれ。
Interesting.
本物の巨人族を仲間にすることを諦めて人を巨大化する研究に。
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
もし帰ってきたら殺されるわ。それにローラにそっくりの私も気に食わないみたいで。
その面を俺の視界にさらすんじゃねえよ。
It's fucked up, dude.
たびに手ひどく殴られ、
Aww.
何年も生傷が絶えなかった。
Dude, what the hell?
もう私はあの怪物を母親とは思えない。
Yeah, I don't blame you.
だからベッジがママを暗殺するって言った時、私は
Yeah, I was curious about this. Yeah, she's all for it.
それが事実よ。
I mean, I don't know. Obviously, she's had a lot of mistreatment from Big Mama herself, but she does that to so many people, so it's not like even if you're trying not to be selfish, you can justify not caring.
お、ルフィさん、ルフィさん。 牛乳入ってますよ、牛。
Brooke's favorites.
おい、人んちの冷蔵庫に漁るな。
ちょうどよかった。俺、歯かけちまって。
Bro,
顔面割れちまって。
milk in like a juice box. What? How did it heal Luffy's? What?
どんな体質だ。
Yeah, I'm that guy. I've been kind of wondering about that. I was like, is Luffy always gonna be missing a tooth for now? They're all gonna get decked out in some new outfits. That's why they were all looking fly AF, bro.
かっこいいぞ、ブルック。
よ
Yo! Damn, Chopper.
おい、いいもん見つけたぞ。
Yes, he needs to get a different colored hat.
ガチャコーン、ガチャコーン。
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
出る？
これはジェルマの絵物語のロボット。
It kind of looks like Frankie.
誰か好きなやつがいるんじゃねえか？
Yeah, there is.
先行ってるぞ。あ、ナミさん。
Oh no. Could be coming in high form. Bodacious Nami. Uh-oh. Damn, dude.
次はないから。戻ってきたらこき使わせてもらうわよ。覚悟しときなさい。
Hmm.
ナミスそれって一生俺を離さないってこと？お風呂上がりのナミスはも
Extremely.
ママを殺そうってやつに加担するとは。
シフォン様、よくお考えを。
ママが私に何をしたか知ってるでしょ。ローラの身も危険だし、私の家族はベッジとペッツ。それだけでいいの。
Yeah, spoken like a true mother, man. Family dynamics.
よし、行くぞ。わ
Dang, Luffy. Amazing. I love it. Damn, Nami in that dress, bro. She look good in red. Carrot's hat. Okay, Pedro. Brooke's always dapper. Dude, that's a squad right there.
ベッジはお前か？
違うわよ。
お前か？どう見ても違うだろ。じゃあベッジはドイツだ。
よし、全員揃ってんな。少しは汚れは落ちたかい。決めようか。まず手を組むかどうかから。
大臣の到着だ。門を開けろ。その必要はない。
Damn, there's no need. Let me destroy it. Minister of Bacon. This would be me. I'm a baker. Oh, I thought this was a title card. I'm dumb. This is, yeah, it literally just ended. What the hell's wrong with me? Alright, let's go next. Hi, bud. Coming to join this negotiation. Come here. You can come into my arms. That's it. Is that Caesar, dude? I didn't even recognize him. Wait, is it Caesar though? I thought he was under the control of Big Mama though now.
うちとしちゃお前らはただの邪魔者。ここで全員消すってのが一番世話がねえが。
But could you kill him? For sure would weaken yourself and not be able to kill Big Mama. That's what I think.
俺が死んだらビッグマム暗殺のチャンスは ゼロだ。
Yeah.
式自体がなくなるからな。お前だけは殺せねえ。仲間も殺させねえよ。
あんまり甘く見ないでもらえる？
威嚇し合っとる時間はない。
And Luffy's just eating as always. Okay. I wasn't sure, man. Alright, I'm with you.
シーザークラウン。
Did he literally like, kidnap him?
働いてるよ、ちゃんとビッグマムに報告しろ。
そ
Oh,
の必要はねえ。
such a pansy, dude.
逃がしてやろう。俺にその力を貸すならな。
貴様、この俺様が誰だか分かって口を聞いてんのか？
Just break his heart, dude. Yep. So annoying.
そう。ビッグマムの後はベッジ。
Yeah, he's just getting fucking used all over the place.
ちゃんとやってるレロ。やってるよ。俺を誰だと思って
I
る？
wonder what Bege's having him do though.
得意中の得意分野だ。
間もなく麦わらの一味が
Oh no.
来るレロ。
麦わらが。勘弁してくれ。二度と会いたくない。つらと言うとろくなことになんねえんだ。
That's for sure.
こうなったら。シーザー。違う。俺はベンジの兄弟分。ギャングスター。ガスティーノ。
ガスティーノ。
ロロロロロロ。
隠す努力が見受けられない。
ガスティーノって
ガスだから
笑い方。そうか、人違いか。悪かった。違わないわよ。どう見てもシーザーでしょ。何？
てめえらのせいでビッグマムに引き渡されちまって、絶対絶命のところをまたこいつに心臓を使われて、俺はずっと言いなりだ。
You deserve it. Oh, I miss Law.
麦わら。手を組むのか、やめとくか。
じゃあまずペコムズを撃った剣を殴らせろ。
ん？
レロ？
行くぞ。
やめんか。
Now you're gonna meow, huh? During the hypest moment? Or are you trying to go down? Okay.
構わねえ、やらせろ。
おんだぜこんなやつら。
てめえは引っ込んでろ。ビッグマンは好きか。
嫌いだ。
それを連合軍と呼ぶんじゃ。
Jinbei, the voice of reason.
作戦は
完璧なものを考えてある。
さっさとやるぞ。それでお前らとは姉妹だ。
Wow. What a great alliance. No way this will break down.
ベッジ。ビッグマム暗殺に興味はねえが。そもそも奴は銃や大砲で死ぬような人間なのか。
やっぱすげえのか四皇は。もちろん怪物よ。寝てる間にブルックを取り戻すだけでこっちが命の危機だったんだから。
まず答えておこう。ある条件下で5秒あればビッグマムの首は取れる。
Okay.
会場内で5秒の隙を作るのは至難の技レロ。その場にいるのは手だれ揃いのビッグマム海賊団。
そうなりゃ力ずくの戦闘だ。勝ち目はゼロ。
Sure, it's gonna turn into that though.
暗殺計画はシーザーの捕獲から始まっている。
いいか、この作戦が終わったら心臓を返し俺を自由にする。俺が協定だ。忘れる
So I wonder if they're gonna use Caesar specifically to kill her.
妙な心配すんじゃないよ、ガス彦。ベッチは約束は守るわ。
ガス彦。
ガス彦。
そんな。
なんでもいいでしょ。名前を書いてもクズなんだ。
Facts. He sure is. He's pathetic, bro. One of the most pathetic villains there's been for sure.
まさに俺の仕事がこれだ。
Oh, so it was made for the
暴
assassination.
力ガスだ。 KX ランチャー。
Damn, they're like RPGs.
一本につき有機リン系の毒ガスを直接体内に。神をも恐れぬ史上最悪の殺人兵
Of course, he's so happy.
器。それが直接体内となったら100%いや200%死ぬ。みんな死ね。
なるほど。
He's so ridiculous, bro.
当たれば殺せる武器は用意してあるんだな。いや、残念ながらあの強靭な皮膚には刺されやしねえ。ビッグマムに効く武器なんてこの世にはそうそうねえのさ。
But why?
私の剣もあの方に跳ね返されてしまいました。
5秒間誰もこっちに手出しできねえ状況にあること、そしてママの体が衰弱していること、その都合のいい条件が揃う場所こそ茶会だ。
Okay.
おー、ペッチごめんでした。声大きくした
Daddy Waddy.
俺たちがママの傘下に入って1年以上経ちゅが、
怪し言葉。
ママは怪我をしねえ。町を壊す時も銃弾や船を沈める時、
She's literally a freaking tank, dude.
あの強靭な肉体にはかすり傷一つつかねえ。まさに鉄の風船とはよく言ったな。だが
Iron Balloon's an interesting way to describe her.
マザーカルメルの写真事件レロね。
その通りだ。茶会ではママの正面の席にはいつもある写真が置かれ、ママにとって何より大事な宝物のようだ。それがマザーカルメルの写真だ。ママの唯一の弱点という。
Mama Caramel. It's like Big Mama's mother?
そいつ何者なんだ。
恩人のようだが詳細は不明。
失踪したらしいの。
消息不明というわけですか。
前にお茶会でうっかりマザーカルメルの写真を落とした球児がいて。その時のママの反応には驚いたわ。聞いたことのない大音響の規制を発したの。
That doesn't mean she was hurt, though, right?
ぐらいの感触とはまた違う発作。
Her hunger pains.
ある者たちはバタバタと気を失い倒れていった。
規制に加え持ち前の覇王色の覇気。その時ショックで膝をついたママはなんと膝をすりむき血を流す。
Bizarre, bro.
あの状態になるとママの体は抵抗力を失うんだ。ならば今日茶会の会。
So she's at her weakest spot with this mirror exposed.
ママは衰弱し会場の誰も動けない5秒以上の時間が訪れた時効果を示し。
I'm very intrigued about this mirror. I'm wondering if it's a kind of like one of those things where like that mirror has to be safe for her to like be immortal kind of thing.
でもその規制俺たちも動けねえじゃねえか。
安心しろ、これがある。インビジブルシンフォニアシステム。
AKA earplugs.
その写真終わってからママの発作が始まるまで約3秒かかる。まだ何も起きてねえ会場で怒るビッグマム海賊団に囲まれ、その役はお前にやってもらうぞ、麦わら。
ちょっと待ってよ。それじゃルフィがおとりになるみたいじゃない。
そんな十中八九死ぬようなことを。
Because Luffy's a beast.
俺やるよ。
Luffy can survive for 3 seconds, man.
あと3時間。
The plot is thickening, y'all. Good stuff. Good plan too. I mean, I'm super intrigued about this mirror. It's my immediate thought here. I don't know if any of you all have seen this movie, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, I think it's called. It's been a while since I've seen it, but there's one character in it where, like, they're immortal, but if they're ever shown this like painting of themselves or something, then they'll die. It's like some sort of deal. I forgot what all the context of it was, but I'm wondering if this is something similar, like this mirror holds something to do with Mama's defense or power or lifespan, or maybe even her devil fruit. I don't know. Was it Mother Caramel? I don't know, man. All right, y'all. Fun episode. Really, honestly, just love the feel of these episodes with, some kind of good humor and just kind of the feel of the episodes, like with the Straw Hats all getting like, cleaned up and trying on different outfits. Kind of just shooting the shit a little bit. See with Brooke and Luffy drinking the milk, raiding the fridge. Luffy being a little disconnected from who's who kind of thing with Caesar and not knowing who Bege was. I don't know, just really silly. I love the feel of it all. Squad went hard in those outfits, especially. So really enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie, it just definitely felt like a good old One Piece episode. But despite that, we also had a ton of really good information being thrown at us too. I think one of the more interesting parts was hearing a little bit more about the background with the Giants, and we don't really get, when I first watched it, I thought, I guess how I interpret it was that the Giants and Big Mama had a feud because this marriage fell through between Loki and Lola. Loki, the Prince of Elbaf. I always thought it was Elfbar for some reason, but it's Elbaf. But they kind of made it more, so after I was rewatching it, kind of taking notes, the way they described it, it seemed like Big Mama had a feud between her and the Giants before this falling out even happened, and this opportunity, because Loki fell in love with Lola at first sight, was an opportunity for that feud to end if Lola could become like a princess of Elbaf, and obviously have more of a political alliance here. But we don't get the information about why she has beef with the Giants in the first place, so I'm still very curious on that. I like that we get a name drop of Loki. That I don't know how long ago this all was now, but maybe Loki could be king of Elbaf. And I know that there's an Elbaf arc. I've seen that online. I don't know any context to it, but obviously that's kind of been something in the background with knowing Giants of Elbaf with, what were their names? Brogy or something, and I don't remember the other names. I remember their laughs more than anything. And of course, I don't know, Usopp's, I think, character arc is definitely going to be tied to Elbaf in some big way, right? So, but yeah, maybe Loki would be king now at this point in the show, or maybe once we get to Elbaf at some point in the future. So, very interested on what kind of character Loki will be like. Obviously, Oda's taken a lot of inspiration from Nordic mythology here, and if it aligns with what Loki's usually like, he's the goddess of mischief, so maybe he wasn't actually in love with Lola, maybe he had other plans in place, who knows. But based off of the silhouette we get and the language, it seemed like he fell in love at first sight, and he was really happy. You see a big smile, and then when Mama tries to replace Lola after she runs away with her twin sister, you see him just get really sad. It's not like anger or anything, it's sadness. So, just based on the silhouette, he seems a bit more genuine, but based off his name, I'm a little suspect, to be honest. I also want to talk a little bit about the scene with Nami and Sanji. We got a little bit of it in the last episodes with them kind of talking and her being a little resistant, it seems. But in this scene, you can really see how upset she is. She definitely seems to be one who has been the most affected by Sanji's betrayal here. Not really betrayal, but what he's done individually, right? Luffy's been really hurt, but I think that's been more so for Sanji himself. I really think that Nami personally was hurt by this, and it makes me curious about why she was hurt so much more. I really don't know why, based off of the context clues we've gotten. Maybe it's just something more about their history as friends, as part of the Straw Hats, and them having a little bit of a different kind of dynamic and relationship than the other Straw Hats. Obviously, Sanji loves Nami. I don't know if it's actual, romantic love, but he's always loved her in a lot of ways. And Robin, you know, he loves all women, but you know, him and Nami have gone way back, you know. And obviously, like, the way she kind of lets him back in, she doesn't seem that happy about it. Sanji obviously is like simping over her a little bit here, but you know, or jokingly simping, you know, he's not actually doing it at, but yeah, it's interesting. I'm very curious on what their dynamic's going to be like after this. If it's kind of going to go back to the old ways like we see Sanji react to it, or if there's going to be some kind of more loaded thing here. You know, she says this is his last chance. Was, you know, did he have, I don't really remember, at some other point in the show, did he like mess up or fuck up that made him lose a chance at that point? Or, you know, did she basically already have like this level of expectation for Sanji because she holds him a bit more close to her heart than maybe some of the other Straw Hats are? And it's like that much more painful for her in this situation with what Sanji has done in his actions. Very curious to see if we get more of that. But outside that, mostly just getting, you know, the the gain lineup here, gain meeting between Bege and the Straw Hats. Very interesting. I like Bege's kind of demeanor in this. He's definitely so mafia-esque. The man, the clothes make the man. And he even like was like willing to let Luffy, I was gonna call him Luffy punch him for shooting Peckham's. So interesting. He's a man that is a little mysterious. He seems pretty dynamic of a character, especially with him like coddling and babying his son, but then being kind of cutthroat based off what we've heard about him. Yeah, very interesting. I really like the feel of that whole interaction. We obviously get Caesar coming back in the mix, and oh my god, Caesar being fucking Caesar as always. Some pretty funny moments with him too, though. But ultimately, you know, we get you know, an alliance that's about to be formed. Luffy agrees to the conditions, and seems like it's going to be a pretty interesting one. I'll save a little bit of the whole portrait picture thing for the review section because it's going to be part of it. But yeah, let's just go ahead and go with that. For MVP, I'm going to give it to Jinbei. He's definitely like the most important character in these two episodes because he's playing mediator. The talks break down pretty damn quickly just because of who Luffy is. But yeah, Jinbei comes in clutch here. For the best moment, I'm gonna give it to Bege and him talking about Big Mama's weaknesses here. You know, they hadn't really specifically said how strong she was or how resilient she is. We saw a little bit of it with her fight versus Brook and his sword not being able to even touch her, or like, I guess, penetrate her. So, you know, we got some context clues there, but we never really have had it broken down by just how powerful she is. You know, she's an emperor, but, you know, it has, throughout this arc, it's kind of almost seemed a bit more about her power system being what's given her all this power versus her raw strength, right? Like, if you look at her versus another emperor like Kaido, you know, they describe Kaido as being individually the strongest. You know, you don't really get that feel from Big Mama. Or even like, you know, if you compare her to Shanks, you would assume that Shanks is stronger than her individually. And it's kind of more about her power and her setting up this Toto land with taking people's you know, souls and taking on his tax. Maybe that being somewhat of her power. You know, that's kind of what I've assumed, is that, you know, she takes these souls and like it gives her more life force, and so she's a lot stronger because of it or something. But it's not really gonna be her power forever. Like, maybe there's a weakness there, but it seems like it's more tied to this portrait or this picture. You know, I think at the end there I was calling it a mirror because it looked more like a mirror than a picture. But yeah, this picture of Mama Caramel, of course, the caramel. Or Mother Caramel, not Mama. Mother Caramel. But it's interesting because none of the family members really even know too much about Mother Caramel, and I guess she just disappeared one day. But I'm really interested in the relationship. You know, they said that Mother Caramel, you know, helped Big Mama out in some way at some point. But yeah, what's their relationship? Is it, you know, is Mother Caramel the mother of Big Mama? Is she just called Mother Caramel for a different reason? Is she actually a daughter of Big Mama like the rest of the ministers seem to be? I don't know. It's very interesting, and like what context does she give Big Mama power? It definitely, based on how they're set up, it seems like there's some kind of you know, some level of Big Mama's strength or vitality is tied to this portrait. You know, maybe that's where all the souls go or something. I don't know. But I like how you know, they kind of break down how Big Mama has always been so resilient. They've never seen her even get a scratch on her up until this moment at a tea party where the portrait fell over and Big Mama shrieked at the top of her lungs, even like worse than the hanger pains. And then she had a scratch, like an abrasion on her knee. I think that's really interesting. You know, this whole time with Big Mama, I've been talking about a lot of like her childlike qualities, and the fact that it was a scratch on her knee. I know she fell to her knees, but the fact that it was a scratch on her knee makes me think of like, you know, a mother-daughter relationship, or you know, a kid going out and playing and scraping their knee, and you know, their mother and father kind of bandaging it up for them. You know, it seems like it was that for a reason. Like, why would Oda write it to be her knee that was scratched there? I guess it could be as simple as she fell to her knees and hurt her knee, but you know, maybe it's something a bit more symbolic there, you know. But I'm extremely curious on what this you know, this portrait's all about. It definitely seems like it's going to be tied to her powers in some way, or something important there. So that definitely intrigued me a lot. For the funniest moment, I'm going to give that to Luffy. Luffy had a lot of funny moments in this, but I really liked when Luffy was like going around just like, "Are you Bege? Are you Bege?" And he looks at Pez. Of course, Pez probably what it looks like in the most is a goddamn baby. He's like, "Are you Bege?" Too funny. For the Sacco, I mean, this is easy. We'll give it to fucking Caesar, man. He's so pathetic, bro. He's just one of the most ridiculous villains we've had in this goddamn show. It's funny thinking back to oh, what's the arc called? Impel Down keeps coming to my mind. I know it's not Impel Down. It's Punk Hazard. That's what it is. Punk Hazard. Yeah, it's just crazy thinking about him back then to now. He's just he gets on my nerves so much. He's a piece of work. I liked all the little nicknames they had for him. And Luffy being able to recognize Caesar out of all people. Man, good stuff. But yeah, man, I'm getting really excited for the next like phase of this arc here. Seems like this tea party is going to be quite interesting. So many moving pieces, so many characters. I feel like this arc has been maybe like the most like characters that we've known for quite a while now, all being in the mix. You know, I feel like Dressrosa, you know, Alabasta, Water 7, you know, a lot of the arcs are like, a lot of the characters are introduced within that arc itself a lot of times. You know, you think about like CP9 and Water 7, Iceberg, Frankie, you know, all those characters are most, like a lot of them outside the Straw Hats are introduced in that arc itself. But here, you know, we've been introduced to Capone, Bege, all the way back on Sabori or whatever. We got introduced to, I mean, Big Mama, I guess we hadn't really, I mean, we met her in Fishman, I guess, or we heard her voice, but we've like known her character for a long time. Who else? I mean, there's a lot of the, I guess, like Big Mama subordinates who we haven't met, with like, you know, the Sweet Generals and all these underworld people coming and whatnot. So, you know, there's a lot there, but I don't know. I feel like there's just way more moving pieces here. Jinbei coming back in the mix. You know, there's just so much going on. So I'm very curious on what the second half of this arc is going to be like. And I think the thing I'm most excited for is just learning more about Big Mama herself. She's been a very interesting antagonist to have in this story. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this one. Let me know what y'all thought about this one in the comments below, and I will catch y'all for the next episodes. Peace.